Today, the world's attention turns to New York City as President Donald Trump takes center stage at the United Nations General Assembly, delivering a speech that promises to address the globe's most pressing issues. But here's where it gets controversial. Amidst the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and the devastating Israel-Hamas conflict in Gaza, Trump's address comes at a time when his administration has notably distanced itself from the UN, withdrawing from key agencies like the Human Rights Council and the World Health Organization. This move, coupled with reduced U.S. contributions, has sparked debates about America's role in global governance. Trump's speech, scheduled for 9:50 a.m. on Tuesday, is expected to cover the good and the bad on the world stage. He will likely highlight his administration's efforts in brokering ceasefire deals, a point of pride for the president. However, this is the part most people miss. While Trump touts these accomplishments, the backdrop of his speech includes a significant development. Several U.S. allies, including the United Kingdom, Canada, and France, are set to recognize a Palestinian state, a move the U.S. and Israel have vehemently condemned. Will Trump address this contentious issue? Only time will tell. Adding to the complexity, Secretary of State Marco Rubio has dismissed the recognition effort as irrelevant and almost a vanity project, arguing it complicates negotiations with Hamas. Yet Rubio also sees a window of opportunity to end the war in Gaza, suggesting Trump is the only leader capable of brokering peace. This raises a thought-provoking question. Is the recognition of a Palestinian state a step toward peace or a hindrance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, the UN General Assembly buzzes with activity as world leaders, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, gather to address global challenges. Zelensky seeks continued support for Ukraine's military efforts, while Polish President Karol Nawrocki may address the recent incursion of Russian drones into Polish airspace, an incident Trump has controversially labeled a mistake, much to the dismay of Polish officials. In a dramatic turn of events, the U.S. Secret Service has disrupted a massive telecommunications network in the New York tri-state area, forwarding a potential threat to the General Assembly. The network, capable of sending 30 million text messages per minute, was linked to foreign governments and criminal organizations, underscoring the high stakes of this week's meetings. As Trump prepares to speak, his administration's restrictions on Iranian leaders' movements in New York have also drawn attention. Iranian delegates are confined to areas strictly necessary for UN business and barred from accessing luxury goods, a move aimed at highlighting the contrast between Iran's clerical elites and its struggling population. Is this a justified diplomatic stance or an overreach? Weigh in below. The Israel-Hamas war and the push for Palestinian statehood are expected to dominate discussions this week. The UN General Assembly recently passed a non-binding resolution calling for a two-state solution, and several countries have formally recognized Palestine despite U.S. opposition. French President Emmanuel Macron argues this move could weaken Hamas, but Rubio calls it reckless. What do you think? Is recognizing Palestine a step toward peace or a risky gamble? Lastly, this week marks the debut of Mike Waltz as the newly confirmed U.S. ambassador to the UN, filling a role vacant since the start of Trump's second term. Waltz, formerly Trump's national security advisor, faces a challenging first test on the global stage. As the UN celebrates its 80th anniversary with the theme, Better Together, 80 years and more for peace, development, and human rights, the world watches to see if leaders can rise above divisions and forge a path toward unity. But the question remains, can Trump's vision for America's role in the world align with the UN's goals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.